Rishi Sunak has a job on his hands if he wants to gain support from under 25s at this year's general election. And a crackdown on the tens of thousands out of work due to mental health problems may not be the best strategy to win them over. Our polling shows mental health, alongside housing, is the top issue impacting 18 to 25s in the UK. But the Prime Minister insists his job market reforms, which will make it harder to claim benefits, will actually help young people a lot.
Today's policy is going to be really good for young people, because what I want most young people is to have a fantastic life and a fantastic career. I think for most of us, the most important things in our life are our family, but also work. Work gives you a sense of purpose, of dignity, of pride, and hope for the future. That's why it's really important that we support young people into work with skills, with training, with apprenticeships, but all for a welfare system that gets the support they need when they're going through tough times, but also recognises the enormous good that work can do. I know things have been tough, but today's announcements and reforms build on that so that young people can look forward with confidence and hope for the future.
But in a poll this week, ITV News and ITV's Peston programme found some figures that may worry the Prime Minister, which we put to him in an exclusive interview. Just 14% of 18 to 25-year-olds said they'd be voting Conservative at the election. How would you turn that around?
By delivering on the things that matter to people. And that's why I'm really focused on growing the economy, on making sure that we bring inflation down, easing the burdens on the cost of living, providing jobs and opportunity for everyone, making sure young people have financial security, because we don't want to leave them with huge debts to pay off when they're older, which is why controlling borrowing is so important, improving the NHS, cutting waiting lists, where we're now making progress, and tackling migration. These are all things that matter to the country. We're delivering for them, and I know after a tough few years, the plan is now working.
The PM's plan to end sick note culture may also see some people with mental health conditions offered talking therapies rather than cash transfers. But there's already almost 2 million people waiting for mental health treatment on the NHS.
1.9 million people with mental health issues are currently sitting on a waiting list. Surely that's not the right moment to float replacing their cash benefits with access to treatment that they'll be worried they can't get.
Thanks, Anushka. We take mental health incredibly seriously, which is why we're investing record amounts into mental health services and treatment. If you look at what's happened, funding for mental health services has actually exceeded the increase that was set out a few years ago in the NHS's long-term plan. So it went up 10% last year. NHS mental health services are right now treating a record number of adults. But I do think it's right that the welfare system doesn't over-medicalise, the everyday challenges and worries of life, especially because I believe very strongly in the evidence support. Work is good for people's mental health. And you've seen this massive increase since the pandemic, most worryingly, I think for all of us, amongst young people, and that can't be right? That's an enormous loss of potential, and we don't want to lose all those people's potential. We want to support them so that they can have, as I described, the purpose, the meaning, the hope that comes from good work.